All right, y'all. GMOGSportsTV back with another one. Yeah, so I gotta talk about this, man. Deontay Wilder claims there will never be a unification bout between himself and Anthony Joshua, who just got his belts back from Andy Buffet King Ruiz. So let's talk about it, man. Before I begin, man, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that like button, share, all that good stuff. Check me out on Instagram at GMOGMedia TV. That's my main channel, but this is my sports channel where I talk about strictly, well, primarily boxing. I could talk about other sports, but primarily boxing on this channel. So Deontay Wilder had a lot to say, and I'm going to focus on just this particular topic about him not unifying with Anthony Joshua. He had a lot to say about the performance of Andy Ruiz and the performance of AJ, but I'm specifically talking about what he had to say about not unifying. So I'm going to read the quote real quick and give you guys my thoughts. So the article reads, Joshua had claimed he would definitely fight Wilder, but the American is adamant that a unification bout between the pair will never happen. The American meaning Deontay Wilder. Quote, I don't think it'll ever see a unification bout. We'll never see it. And I don't want people to get their hopes up on it because it'll never happen, said the American. His promoter, Eddie Hearn, talks about what they've accomplished, how many people attend, how they sell out, this and that. But the thing is, nobody gives a fuck about those statistics and numbers. People want to see your heavyweight in there with our heavyweight. That's it. We're tired of hearing that other shit. I'm too dangerous. You've seen what I do in the ring. I don't play around, Wilder said. And they know it. Ruiz can get Joshua out of there. Imagine. That's why they stayed away from me. End quote. So let's unpack this. Alright, so he said there'll never be a unification bout. People don't want to get their hopes up. It will never be a unification bout with himself and Anthony Joshua. He didn't go into why, but I would imagine that Al Haymon got in his ear and said, as soon as AJ got his belts back, Haymon called Deontay Wilder. He said, hey, look here, man. Let me tell you something, man. Forget about unifying. You know what I'm saying? Now that AJ got his belts back, we just gonna ignore his belts. You feel me? We gonna ignore his belts because the original plan was once Ruiz was gonna beat AJ again. Unfortunately, he didn't do it. He was more focused on eating buffet chicken wings and salad, or not salads. He's allergic to that. He's allergic to eating salads. But eating pizza, hot dogs, tacos and burritos and shit like that, he was more focused on that than trying to beat Anthony Joshua. You feel me? So Deontay, I want you to ignore Anthony Joshua's belts, okay, and focus on the WBC and making sure you clean house with all your mandatories. Get rid of Tyson Fury. That's it. All right, we're gonna pay you as much as we can pay. We can pay you. I can only afford to pay you $10 million, and I'm being generous, but that's it. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty much how the conversation went with him, between him and Al Haymon. He said, fuck statistics and numbers, right? You know what's funny about that? Statistic and numbers and stuff like that. What's funny about that is that his last fight with Luis 60,000-year-old mummy Ortiz, right? A 60,000-year-old mummy. Probably the first Cuban mummy to be exhumed and brought back to life to fight Deontay Wilder after Deontay Wilder knocked his ass out back into the tomb where he came from. But his fight with Luis Ortiz, right? Of course, the pay-per-view numbers are all over the place. It started from 2,500 to 138,000 to 225,000 to 275,000 to 300,000. So let's be generous and give it 300,000 pay-per-view buys, right? Which I don't believe at all. I don't believe that shit. But let's just be generous, okay? Deontay Wilder got 300,000 pay-per-view buys for fighting a 60,000-year-old mummy that he exhumed, knocked out again, and put back in the tomb that nobody cared about and nobody called for. He got 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Bravo. Now you're supposed to get paid 20 million, right? And Luis Ortiz is supposed to get paid 7 million, right? That's 27 million. So last time I checked, if I do my little math, right, my basic math, if I do 80, which is pay-per-view, right? If I do 80 times 300,000, that means it's 24 million. So that's still not enough money to cover paying you and paying Luis Ortiz. So you still took a loss. Fox and PBC still took a loss. Not to mention that your ticket sales were atrocious. You sold 7,000 tickets. The rest of the tickets were comped, heavily discounted, or given away. With the record-breaking attendance of 10,000 people. 10,000 people showed up to watch you fight, which is less than you did against Brazil. You did about 13,000. Then before that, you fought Tyson Fury with 17,000. Out of all of your 40-plus fights, my G, you never sold out. See, I know you are an autistic thinker when it comes to business. Like, you are really remedial when it comes to business acumen and stuff like that. Like, there's Mayweather business acumen as a boxer, businessman and promoter, and then there's you. You are dunce cap, autistic, slow ass boxing IQ acumen when it comes to business. You don't know shit about business of boxing. And so in order for you to have the kind of money that you want to obtain, right, Deontay Wilder, you need to put butts in seats. People need to go and watch you fight live. You say people want to see knockouts, which is right. Unfortunately, though, nobody wants to see you fight. Nobody wants to see knockouts of you live and in person, because the numbers don't add up. People want to pay to watch you fight on pay-per-view, but they don't want to see you in person. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like a remote fighter. Like Deontay Wilder, I don't want to pay to see him fighting live, but I'd rather watch it on pay-per-view. Meaning they'll know if they pay to see you fight in person, they know that even a 60,000-year-old mummy by the name of Luis Ortiz, who got exhumed, dug up from the tomb, right, where he came from, his Cuban pyramid tomb that he came from, got dug up by Deontay Wilder. You fought a 60,000-year-old mummy. You knocked his ass out again, right? But before the knockout, you got outboxed for 7 rounds. You got outboxed by a 60,000-year-old mummy, as in Luis Ortiz. So every time you fight somebody, you get outboxed. And your whole style, and I broke this down before, your whole style is your jab, your left hand is the scope, right? That's your scope. You paw with the jab, you like to paw with it, you like to measure the jab, and then your right hand is the bullet, it's the ammo. You're a sniper. That's all. You're a sniper fighter. You're a one-dimensional, one-trick, one-arm pony. That's all you are. But it works. 40-plus fights, nobody has been able to figure you out and completely make that right hand useless. Nobody's able to figure you out yet. But that day will come. Because a person like you who doesn't respect skills in boxing, you say that you don't need skills, you need power. A day will come where you can't knock out everybody. A day will come where that footage of you getting nearly knocked out by Harold Scornius almost 10 years ago, where Al Haymon deleted that footage from YouTube, will resurface. A day will come. A day will come when all that shit is going to come to pass. So be prepared, Wilder. Because your ass can't knock everybody out. It's going to be somebody that you can't knock out. It's going to be somebody that right hand ain't going to work. It ain't going to land. it's gonna be somebody. That day is gonna come. Then that's the problem with you, bro. You are so comfortable with sticking to one style, and that's why I respect Anthony Joshua for being a 2-time champion, bouncing back from a loss. You know what he did? He made an adjustment. He had to make an adjustment of his style in order to win. That's what he did. Let me tell you something. Deontay Wilder, you're allergic to switching styles. You're allergic to adapting. You're allergic to change. And everybody around you enables that as well, because they know you can't change. It's too late. You're in your mid-30s. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can only enhance what they already know. Right? So you're one-dimensional. You rely on that straight right hand, and somebody's gonna figure you out, bro. It's only a matter of time. Somebody's gonna figure you out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Like I said, man. Going back to the topic of the video, Al Haymon told Deontay Wilder to ignore all the belts that Anthony Joshua obtained, and that's that. You know. I mean, you have to be a stupid motherfucker to not sign a $120 million contract to fight Anthony Joshua twice, including your mandatory dominate Brazil for $20 million. You gotta be a stupid motherfucker to not take that money. And the fact that Showtime, the same motherfuckers you said you were loyal to, ain't loyal to you because they didn't pick up your fight between you and Luis Ortiz. They couldn't afford to take all that damn money that will go in the red. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not an attraction. You're nothing. All these LDBC, PBC channel fanboys are completely delusional, completely irrational. They suffer from cognitive dissonance. They listen, bro. They have so many mental illnesses. It's crazy, bro. You like talking to them is like talking to a goddamn brick wall. They don't know shit. They hype you up, think you are the #1 draw in boxing, which you're not. I mean, facts, numbers, and empirical data don't lie. They don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, those are my thoughts, man. Deontay Wilder will never unify with Anthony Joshua. It is what it is. So at this point, I really don't give a fuck about what Deontay Wilder does. I'm not gonna watch his goddamn fight. I don't care what him fighting Tyson Fury. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm actually boycotting Deontay Wilder now. Since he said out of his own mouth he openly ducked Anthony Joshua and unifying with him, I don't want nothing to do with Deontay Wilder. So forget it. I ain't want nothing to do with Deontay Wilder. Point blank and simple. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. GMOGSportsTV. You already know what it is. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Signing out. Peace.